Nosecone's natural slowness of thought and action is often taken as laziness, but this is a misconception. Nosecone is a perfectionist, valuing precision over speed, and will take whatever time is needed to complete his objective as completely and competently as possible. His results speak for themselves. He's not the quickest bot on the block, but he'll do the job right.
So here we're taking a look at the Technobot Nosecone, and as you can probably tell, Nosecone here is just a repaint of Brawl from the Combaticon line. And sadly, I still have the same problems with him as I did with Brawl. They didn't really improve or change that much. My main concern is this little hinge right here that's supposed to be holding the torso to the hips. It's just such a thin piece that's supposed to lock into place right there and keep him from flopping around. It hardly ever does its job. And it's one of those things that if this guy was a real robot, one good blaster shot right there, or a kick, or a slash with a sword, and he might actually get severed in two. It's one of those things that I really wish they would have actually addressed on this guy. Also, too, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to actually just pull this piece out like so. It kind of helps make it look like there's a little bit more bulk there, but then you can't actually rotate his hips all that much. He still has the same level of articulation as Brawl did. You can move his arms up and down on these little joints right here, so you can kind of make him shrug. Because of the extra kibble right here of his tank mode, he can't really pose his arms too much. His head can move side to side and up and down, but that's also part of his transformation. He has a nice waist swivel right here, ball joint for the hips. That's really loose, so I might actually need to get some floor polish in there. Thigh rotation, elbow bend, or knee bend right here. Oh, I forgot to talk about the elbow bend right here. It's also on a ball joint as well. A nice ankle tilt, and then I guess if you really want to count it, you can actually count his ankle bending forward as well. There's not really much else to say about this guy. I mean, in his robot mode, you can see that the detailing is pretty much the same as Brawl's. I do like the forward guns right here. I will talk about his color scheme, though. I really like the orangish yellow, brown, and even the red and silver. For some reason, it seems to go together really well and really makes you think of a earth-moving vehicle. A lot of nice, earthy, warm tones. So yeah, it makes me think that this guy is supposed to be underground and in the dirt. Without anything else to really say about this guy, let's go ahead and get him into his vehicle mode. Now, Transform Nosecone here is exactly the same as if you're going to transform Brawl, with just one key difference later on. First off, I'm going to remove his gun, then push his head all the way back. Next, we're going to take his arms, fold them back on themselves like so. Make sure the tank turret is up here and way out of the way. Before we rotate his arms all the way around, fold them down so they cover those chest guns that I was actually really liking. Next, we're going to take his waist, rotate that around, fold it back in on itself like so. Make sure everything's kind of locked into place. We're going to get that tank turret way out of the way. Next, we're going to take his legs, push them out of their little slots right there, and just fold them around on themselves. Do that for this side as well. There we go. Make sure that's everything's snapped into place. Alright, now you would think that you would want to be able to put the gun or nose cone right here, which you actually can for when you get him into the leg mode of Computron. And I guess that sort of looks okay if you were to push that back. But no, the instructions say that we actually put this upside down like so. Rotate the turret back and then flip this all the way around. And that's supposed to be him in his earth-moving, all-terrain vehicle, excavation mode vehicle. Yeah, to me it still just looks like a backwards tank with a drill on the back of it. I wish they would have tweaked this design just a little bit more, especially in the tank turret right up here. It just really screams, this was a tank. The original version of Nosecone was way different, and it had a much bigger drill right on the front. That's where I think the Takara version really helps out, because the drill just looks a little bit more impressive. This thing just looks kind of dinky compared to the rest of his vehicle mode. He still rolls very nicely, though, especially considering this table isn't the best for Transformers to roll on unless they have some really good or big wheels, and he only has these tiny ones right here. The color scheme still kind of works in this mode, too. The yellow, brown, and even silver really blend nicely together. The red is completely gone. It's saved just for his robot mode. I also like the little Autobot symbols right here, so you can at least still tell which side he's actually on. I wish they also would have given him one extra little piece of equipment or some sort of gun to actually place right up here on the top of him, so he's not completely reliant on this drill. But hey, what are you going to do? I think his alt mode is kind of actually the weakest out of all the Technobots, personally, from this line, but that doesn't make him a bad figure in the least. Anyways, let's go ahead and transform him into some of the limbs of Computron. Alright, now even though the instructions don't list it, I'm assuming if you wanted to get Nosecone here into the arm mode of Computron, it would be the same as if you were wanting to transform Brawl. First off, I'm going to remove the little Nosecone right here and just bring the gun turret up like so. Then just reattach the Nosecone right there. Next up, I'm going to take the arms, pop those out. There we go. Fold them over and get these little pegs right in these little sockets right here. Almost like we're going to get them back into robot mode. Move that little notch out right there so we can actually attach the arm later. Separate the legs. Move them out and get those little pieces right into there. There you go. Reattach the legs right here. And then just take the fist, pop it right into place right here. There we go, and now Nosecone is ready to form the arm of Computron. Now, just because of how the arm is hinged right here, and because these pieces want to fall apart real easily, I'm most likely going to keep this guy as the leg of Computron and less of the arm. I can kind of see why they would probably leave these instructions out then for this guy if it comes apart this easy. But then this was also a problem with Brawl too, so yeah. Anyways, up next, let's actually get this guy into the leg mode. Now, transform Nosecone here into the leg mode of Computron is pretty simple. It's a lot like Brawl's, just with a few extra steps. I'm going to start off by removing the Nosecone right here, and then just moving the tank turret up like so, and then locking the Nosecone or drill right back into place here on the front of the turret. There you go. Gonna not want to forget to actually move this piece out here so we can actually connect him to the Computron and the rest of the guys. And then after that, it's pretty much just like transforming Brawl. Gonna move these little legs back like so, then take the foot, lock it into place right here, and there you go. He's now ready to form the leg of Computron.
Once again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you've seen today, please feel free to like, subscribe, or leave a comment below in the comment section. Any advice for the show will be greatly appreciated. Who knows, something you suggest may appear on the show in the future.